Hey Taoists! Today's chapter challenges how we understand meaning in the everyday things we use, what something is, and just as importantly, what it isn't. The idea of what something isn't might sound odd at first, maybe even like a contradiction, which wouldn't be a first for the Tao Te Ching. After all, we live in a world that praises what is solid, filled, built, and defined. But as always, Lao Tzu invites us to look again and think if that really is the case. Alright, let's dive in. "30 spokes are joined together in a wheel, but it is the center hole that allows the wheel to function. We mold clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that makes the vessel useful. We fashion wood for a house, but it is the emptiness inside that makes it livable. We work with the substantial, but the emptiness is what we use." What makes something real or meaningful isn't always what we notice first. At a glance, the tire and spokes give the wheel its form, something to work with. But without the empty center, there's nowhere for an axle to join it to a cart, nowhere to be used. It's the wheel's lack of solidity that gives it life. Because of what it isn't, it can move, connect, and serve. A vase, too, needs solid walls to exist, but it's the hollow inside that lets it receive. Without emptiness, it can't hold. The molding gives it shape, but what isn't molded gives it purpose. Similarly, you can fashion the facade of a house from the finest wood, but it's the empty space inside that makes it livable, space that can be filled or left open. These insights may seem obvious to the sage, but they're often overlooked. We tend to focus on form and structure, yet it's often what isn't there that gives something its meaning, its unique character and function. It is what we are not that lets us be what we can. For example, suppose you start college without declaring a major. That empty space, the fact that you haven't chosen a specific path, gives you the freedom to explore different subjects. Just as the empty center of the wheel lets it turn, the emptiness in your academic path lets you discover new interests and your future to take shape. The lack of definition isn't a setback. It's what gives you the chance to become something new. Lao Tzu reminds us that while we work with the physical and determinate, it is the indeterminate that brings experience and transformation. The wheel transforms, offering freedom of movement. The vase turns from a mantelpiece to part of the ceremony, and the facade becomes a place of shelter. Turning inward, it's on us to ask, can we be like the wheel, the vase, the house? Can you create space within yourself for a connection, like the open center of the wheel? Can you remain open and receiving, like the hollow of the vase? Can you offer shelter and protection while letting others live freely, like the house? Thanks for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in Chapter 12. Peace.